Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday night edition of Into the Night with me, Sean Kelly. How is everybody doing tonight? Um, I'm doing okay. Since Sunday, I'm doing okay. I just want to thank UPRN Talk Radio 105.3 New Orleans, 107.7 Mississippi for allowing me to share this hour on Tuesday night, um, for bringing me for an hour, so we can talk about whatever and have special guests on and stuff like that. Stone Hobbit, so glad to see you. It really is a joy to see you. Cindy Simpson, hello, good to see you, honey. Welcome. Well, guys, ladies, and gents, tonight is an open discussion. It's things you want to talk about. If you have a question about anything paranormal or other topics, the floor is yours. This show is for you. Yes, this show is for you. So if you have any questions you want to talk about, if there's any thing that you want to share, feel free to do so because this is your show tonight. Don't be afraid to pop a question into the chat room here or whatever, whatever you want to talk about. I'd like to start off tonight by saying, yes, tonight is the debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Okay. And I'm not really going to talk a lot about it. I just, you know, I just hope everybody respects each other's opinions on this, okay? Because there's been a lot of knockout, drag out, name calling, the whole 9 yards. And, it's getting kind of old, guys, ladies and gents. It really is. Um, but come November 5th, okay, November 5th is election night, okay? And I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. That's all about you. Okay. Who do you think the best candidate's going to be? You know, and, you know, judge with your heart, do some research, do what you got to do. Okay. And then go with what you feel like who you want to vote for. Um, and when you do it, and I hope, and we all know, um, stuff is going to happen. People are going to start slinging words, and all hell's going to break loose. Whatever. Okay. And I hope and pray that the people in my chat room tonight and my people who listen to me, all over the world, okay, that you just respect everybody's beliefs and what they think of, you know. Um, and hopefully, may the best person win. You know, I know who I'm voting for, and I'm not going to tell you. You just keep it a secret. And I think this is the changing of everything. A lot of my friends, Cindy and Stone, and a lot of people. Stone says, "Love your take on night terrors. Orbs. Why do I attract all sorts of orbs?" Let me bring that up so I can read it good. Okay, Stone says, "Love your take on night terrors. Orbs. Why do I attract all sorts of orbs from plasma to dimensional?" Well, Stone, I'll be honest with you. For you being in my room and you watching my other shows, honestly, you got a like awesome energy. You know what I mean? It's like you're down to earth, and you attract. Hey, Denise, good to see you, hon. You attract good energy to you, and you know what? With the orbs, um, I definitely would have to say that they kind of like you, and it's okay. Um, it's real hard to say because I attract a lot of orbs too, and I want to think that I'm a good person. You know what I mean? I know when things get tough with me, and I'm speaking to me. Oh, you're welcome, Stone. I just speak the truth. I don't, I just tell it as it is. And with your energy, and it's just radiating, and good things are attracted to you. And about the night terrors, okay. So when I was with Chasing Prophecy, we had this guy on a couple times. He's a scientist, and he believes in sleep paralysis. That's what he studies. That's what he gets paid for, sleep studies. And him being a scientist, and you know, I do respect he's a scientist, and I do respect what he does. But me and him used to disagree on a lot of stuff. Okay. Um, in the metaphysical world or the spiritual world, they call it the old hag theory. And that's when you're laying in bed and you can't move. And you just see this really wicked, nasty looking thing sitting upon your chest. And it's scary as hell. Seriously. Stone Hobbit says, yep, taught self to break out of stuck states. Good girl. Good girl. Um, but you see this ugly looking creature sitting on your chest, right? And you can't move. Totally paralyzed. Joe Fox says, oh, let me bring it up. Joe Fox. How you doing, Joe? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the show. He says, I'm very afraid of the old hag. I still believe. Yes, and she does exist, you know. Or it might not be an old hag. It might be something else. If you want to call it a demon, if you want to call it you know, a bad energy thing, or whatever you want to call it. For me, it's the old hag. And when I first experienced it, it was scary as hell, man. Because I seen this thing, I can't move, I can't breathe, and I'm like, how in the hell do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? And for some reason, she left, and I got unfroze. I started to move my body and fingers, but it really creeped me out because I never heard about it before. And it just didn't happen one time, it happened a lot of times. Now, the scientist believes that when stuff like this happens, you're in that REM state, the REM sleep. Okay. Joe says, for me, it was something invisible, but you knew it was coming for you. A terrible feeling came over you in your dreams. Exactly. And the scientist dude, he kept saying that, it's sleep paralysis. Everybody experiences it, whenever they're in their REM sleep. And he was going on and on and on. And me, really trying to get the spiritual side of the situation going on. I kept telling him I didn't believe him. I didn't. I mean, basically, I never heard of sleep paralysis until I met that dude. Okay. Grayson, Grayson, as TL in persons of interest. Okay. Um, and so I just duped them out. I mean, we had a very good debate about it. And there is nothing in the world that can tell me how I felt, what I saw, and how this worked, and how it had affected me. Because, to be honest with you, when it happened, I was afraid to go back to sleep. I'm not sure if anybody else ever experienced the old hag theory or the sleep paralysis, however you want to call it. You know, did you have problems getting back to sleep? Stone says, found when I recognized the stuck state It no longer holds. I've woken choking on the old hag's hair down my throat. Now that's the scary part, is knowing there's no logical physical. I could still see it. And shadow figures, shadow beams, cats, men in black. And I'm glad you brought that up about the men in black, but we'll get to that real soon. But to me, how I dealt with the old hag. Okay, now see, I never experienced what Stone had, with the hair going down the throat. Never experienced that, but I did feel the choking part, you know, and I've survived. You know, I guess, and especially at that time when this was happening to me, I started getting into the spiritual field. I started to get onto the spiritual side of things. And so maybe with me not knowing and me being, like a newbie, whatever you want to call it. Hey, Michelle, good to see you, hon. And maybe with me being a newbie and stuff like that, maybe, he said, oh, there's Sean. He's an easy target. So if this ever experiences happens to you, and what I did for me was that I said, okay, you're not real in my brain. You're not real. You're not real. Please help me, Lord. Please help me, Lord, is what I said. And then it'd go away. But I haven't had an experience like that for over 7, 8 years now, you know. I do have vivid freaking dreams, though. That's crazy. It's crazy. And we'll get to those later on. But about the black, what is it? The black shadow beams, cats, men in black. You know, shadow people change devices. Oh, okay, dear. Okay. Um, Everyone that I have known or who I have talked to whenever I did conferences or whenever I did some speaking engagements or stuff, yeah, anything like that, they always would come up to me and they would tell me about the Top Hat Man. Now, I don't know if anybody ever heard of that, the Top Hat Man, but it's supposed to be a real tall guy with a top hat. Okay, just comes into your bedroom and looks down at you. And when you wake up, it scares the hell out of you, and then it's gone. Joe Fox says, I now sleep with my mom's crystal rosaries every night. You know what, um, Joe? That's cool as hell. That's cool. I have my dad's rosaries with me. They're made out of black onyx. Very, very pretty. Stone says, where do you think it comes from? I get regular encounters, but see it as dimensional portal accessing. Stone, who knows where it comes from? It could come from the portals. Um, or we can actually manifest it. I believe so. I believe so. That you can manifest it and you keep thinking about it and it just pops in. Or it is some creepy dude that, um, everyone says he looks like Abe Lincoln. So if you see a picture of Abe Lincoln, that's what he looks like. But, I never did, I really have a hard time answering that question for you, Stone, because I really, really never looked into it. I just considered him as a stone, as a stone, listen to me, a shadow figure, right? And my question to you and everybody out there, are all shadow people, are they bad? Are they evil? I don't think so. And being in the paranormal field, yes, I have dealt with a lot of shadows. And a lot of them were good shadows. And I've said this many times, and I will continue saying this, is that with TV, movies, YouTubes, stuff like that, um, what don't you think, hon? Um, I mean, it just puts the fear of everything into people, you know. Hi, Heidi. Good to see you, hon. And that's my opinion. Okay, that's my opinion on it. I don't believe all shadow people are bad. You know, I mean, I've caught plenty of evidence on cameras, on my videos, of shadows moving, standing, um, whatever. And I come to find out the best way for me and is to just say, hey, acknowledge it, acknowledge the shadow figure. Said, I see you. You showed yourself. Now it's time for you to go away because you're not allowed to be in my personal space. And it works all the time. Because, you know, if there are some unwelcome spirits in your house that you don't know who they are, you just tell them to go away, you know, and then, you know, and they have to. And if they don't, then whoever you believe in, and I'll tell you, I believe in God. Okay. I said, you know, in the name of our Lord God, leave me, leave this space. And usually, sometimes they go out with a tantrum, sometimes they don't, you know, but they leave. But you have to confront it. Even if you saw a ghost, I hate saying ghost or spirit, whatever comes out of my mouth, spirit or ghost. Even if a ghost came into your room, you cannot show fear. You can't, because that ghost or spirit feeds off your fear. It feeds off all the energies that you have: fear, anger, sadness, anxiety. They feed off that. That gives them a lot of energy. And if it isn't a good spirit, okay, and there are plenty out there, right? Um, it will drain you out. But once you acknowledge that spirit, okay, and once you tell it to go, it will go. There's nothing to be afraid of. They can't hurt you. They can't. And then now all of a sudden people are thinking, well, what about it if it's a demon? What if it's a demon? What demon this, demon that, demon, 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 demon? It's the TV, the books, the shows, the movies. Everything's a demon. Oh, hold on a second. We got. Uh, okay, we'll start up here. Sorry about this. Stone says, I get a lot of activity, orbs, voices, just knowing something's there as warnings before I have a tear. I have managed to record an audio which tripped me out. Man, when you get evidence like that, Stone, I mean, you know, listen to it, you know, and it's and that the warnings are coming to you. To me, that is some good spirit or angels or whoever is watching over you when they give you warnings. Because a lot of times, no one ever gave me warnings; it just happened. But that's cool that you actually got um, somebody watching out for you. Cindy says, my father-in-law comes to visit me as a shadow. Okay. Does when he comes and visits you, Cindy, you know, How do you know it's him? Did he smoke cigarettes? Did he drink coffee? How can you recognize it that it is your father-in-law? Just asking, you know, see how you can determine on who it is, or is it just that feeling that you get when your father-in-law comes around? Stone says, I've witnessed a being from another dimension that went from a solid into their dimension into ours as a shadow. This changed my perception of some of my shadow being encounters. That's interesting, dear. That's very interesting. Um, Now, when you are in the other dimensions, are you actually meditating when you're doing this, or can you just come out and see it? This is fascinating, Stone. If you wouldn't mind elaborating on it, that would be very helpful to me. Heidi says, "Why I won't show fear, even if I am no fears." Yes, right on the money, Heidi. Very good. You can't show fear, and she's right. Mm-mm. Just look at it right in the eyes and say, "Go, dude." But acknowledge it, okay? And you don't have to run for the holy water or the sea salt or blessing of the house or nothing like that. But I do want to bring that up a little bit too. A lot of people sage their house, okay? And that's cool, you know, if they feel like that there's a spirit in there that's an unwanted spirit in there. But a lot of people either call a priest, get the holy water, holy oils, and anything they can. Whoa, we're getting busy here tonight. Good. It's just a band aid, okay? Eventually, if it is a bad spirit, will go away after you do all your protection. But after that protection wears down, that spirit will come back, okay, and raise raise a lot of hell havoc on you. So just be prepared. To me, in my own opinion, in my own experiences, all that oils, all the sage, and all that is just a band aid. It's good for a couple nights, maybe three. Joe says, not to divert you from your topic, but tonight, before I retire to bed, I will be saying a prayer for my 85-year-old mother. She is having shoulder replacement surgery in Philly tomorrow, and I'm scared to death for her. You know what, Joe? I'm going to pray along with you tonight, dude. You know, I'll pray there, and and I tell everybody when I send my angels, I really do send my angels, and I'm going to send my angels, to your mom, and we'll see what happens. Everybody else, I guarantee, will be saying a little prayer for your mom. But please, you know what, my friend, come back next week or Sunday and tell us how it went. Or if you want to shoot me a message during the week, feel free to do so. But you know what? Your mom is like in good hands, so it's all good, dude. It's all good. Stone says, I've recently accepted that I have a crew that gives a shit smiles. There you go. And how's that feel, Stone? Honest to Pete, it's great to know that you got your back. They got your back, right? Ooh, we got a lot here. Cindy says, yes, smoke, drink coffee, and it's a feeling. Very, very good. Do you ever wonder why he visits you? Just, I'm just asking that question out of the top of my head. And I'm not, if you don't have to tell the answer, that's okay. You don't have to, my friend. Uh, Stone says, no, I don't need to meditate. It's just abilities I've had all my life. These days I accept it. And that's God bless you, Stone. Um, isn't it kind of crazy now, knowing that you have these abilities? And at the beginning, it was hard to accept it. Like you really thought you were like, this is craziness. What am I doing? what's going on. But just like you, Stone, I did the same thing. It took me a while to accept the fact that I see things, hear things, and feel things that aren't there. And you know what? I'm okay with it today. You know. Um, hold on. Ooh, we're getting, uh, let me see what. No, hold on. Oh, I gotta hide that one. Okay, I'm gonna hide that comment. Excuse me, and get a lot of comments. This is like really cool. Uh, Stone says all forms of communication are happening all the time. It's just how we receive. So true. I have an open mind when I receive, my friend. I really do. When you let go of the fear factors, you more is revealed, and that is true. And that happened to me. A lot of stuff was revealed to me after I showed no fear. Because I know who got my back when stuff like this happened. I know I'm a well protected dude. I got people that surround me, and Heidi got people. Joe has people around him that take care of them. Cindy Simpson has people that keep an eye on them. You know what I mean? In the spirit world, and when they say, people say, oh, you got a guardian angel, or you got this, or you got that, and they kind of like blow it off. Don't blow it off, accept the fact that you got somebody there got your back. I'll see. I like everybody knows here. I work with a lot of animals. I have a lot of animal totems that I work with, and one's a wolf. His name is Lakota, and one day I'm going to share that story with you. I don't think this is the right time to share it with you, but eventually I will share the Lakota story for you and how I got him. And then I also got a red-tailed hawk who watches the skies around me. And then I got my guardian angel, my archangel, is Uriel, Uriel. Look him up. He's been with me ever since I really got into spirit world. Uh, Joe says, thank you, Sean. You're definitely best. Thank you for that compliment, my friend. But it's just me. Just me. I think everybody needs prayers. Everybody, and then people and older people who are going through some operations or whatever, they need them too. You know. But thank you for the kind words, my friend. Heidi says, I will ground will ground myself, ground my room, ground my house, wrap myself in a white bubble, knowing I'm protected. Very good. Um, and if it works for you, Heidi, then God bless you. But what I use, okay, I'm going to share this with everybody. What I do is I do close my eyes and I imagine a real bright energy ball on the bottom of my feet. Okay. And what I do is I take that ball of energy and I start from the bottom and I cover my whole body with this white energy, solid white energy. And then I imagine 2 3-inch golden ropes that I wrap myself in, 2 of them. And that's how I protect myself. But you know what, Heidi? Thank you for sharing that. That's pretty interesting. Um, let's see. We got new comments on here. Oh, yeah. Kaysen, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. How you been? How's life going on? I hope everything's going okay for you. Uh, Heidi says, I used to live on the Lakota Lang growing up. Oh, wow. Sweet. I'm jealous. I'm jealous, Heidi. But that's okay. The jealousy went away. But thank you for sharing that. Stony says, very, very, very nice. My shaman self has many lives with animals and wow, the journeys. I'm telling you what, Stone. They were some crazy journeys. And whenever I would go bust, whenever whenever I would go have to do a cleansing or a clearing at a house, um, I would bring my animals with me, especially the wolf, and I'd bring in Uriel too. Uh, Kaysen says Archangel Uriel. Michelle says I am still processing my feelings on my new spiritual enlightening paranormal life since January of 2022. Okay. Michelle, is there anybody out there in Oregon that can help you with that? I mean, it'd be nice to get a decent teacher to help you, to help you go along the ways while you do go on this journey. Heidi says, thank you, Sean. Grateful for your guidance. Oh, you're welcome, Heidi. I'm very grateful that you're here in the chat room. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. And I truly appreciate, Heidi, your words of wisdom. It means a lot. And I store it up here. Don't have too much up in there, but there's a little place up there where people tell me things, and it's like really cool. And I appreciate that very much. Um, Stone says, Sean, do you believe in reincarnation? I sure do. I do believe in reincarnation. I believe that. I believe that, and I did a show on it, Stone, a long time ago. Maybe I should bring this thing up. Do you know before you die, you know, you can ask to be reincarnated, right? Um, I've seen people that are living now that I know, I know that somebody I knew reincarnated into that person. I do believe that. I mean, think about it. Look at the animals that act human. You know what I mean? They know when to bark, they know when to hide, they know when to run. It's just like they sit there and they look at you like, yeah, what are you doing there, dude? Let's play or something. And I believe that. If I ever wanted to be reincarnated again, I would love to come back as a wolf. I really would. That would be it. But from what I understand, you know, it's hard. I didn't mean by that it's hard. I mean it's basically up to you if you wanted to be reincarnated, and you can actually do that before you pass away, or you can do it right after you pass away and say, I want to be reincarnated again. But my question to you guys, okay, being reincarnating, if you're leaving a bad place, a bad world, right? Why would you want to come back? Why would you want to come back to something that isn't good? Heidi gives hearts. Ah, you're welcome, Michelle. Heidi gives hearts and hearts and hearts. I like her hearts. Her hearts are good hearts. Joe Fox says, I strongly believe in reincarnation. Stone says, my native background says I carry a calling bone, which means I'm made to cure before it is needed. I carry an immunity to TB. Awesome, girl. Awesome. Boy, I'm learning a lot about all my people tonight. This is like really cool. Denise says, I can't imagine one to be reincarnated. One seems like enough, but I have met people I was sure I knew before. Yes, same here. And I believe in some animals that I have saw that I have met in my lifetime that they knew me before I even knew them. It's weird. But as time goes on in my field, in my spiritual journey, okay, it's like, okay, all right, or this is you, Uncle Paul, whatever, you know. Joe Fox says, I would want to come back and fly with the bald eagles. That would be sweet, Joe. That would be sweet. Anybody else that would want to come back? I wouldn't mind flying with the eagles, my friend. Uh, okay, where we at? Stone says, I'm happy to just be a breeze or the light in a flame, a pleasant memory with it in the water flow. That was thank you for sharing that, my friend. That was really nice that's what you want to be. I don't know what Buddhists say, Case, and I really don't. Joe Fox says, I listen to NDEs just about every single night. I don't know about the Buddhism, Case, and Stone said, this place is fantastic. It's our Eden. It's just some people messing with it. Truth will set them free. Um, my, that sounds awesome, Stone. It really does, and it sounds great. But I have a special little area, a park out where I live, and that's where I get away from it all, right there. And it's just so small, and people don't know where it's at, so I don't have to deal with people. You know, I don't know what this world would be, Stone, if everybody was happy and loving and caring. What would this world be like, my friend? What would it be like? I don't know. But I will tell you, and a lot of people on here know for a fact that I do pray, and I still pray, ladies and gentlemen. I still pray that there be one day, just one day before I die, that for one day that no wars be fought, everybody got along, everybody cared about each other, stuff like that. Now I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm very optimistic about it. But I'll still keep praying about it because hopefully one day it will happen where there's not one negative thing going on in the world. Kaysen says Buddhism says why. Ooh, that's a new comment. Heidi says, I do not want to be reincarnated here again. I have been saying since I was 12ish that I would live through some kind of world changing event. Interesting. And the way the world's going now, Heidi, there's something crazy going to be happening. Don't know what it is. You might want to ask the conspiracy theorists. Who knows? Maybe they have an idea. But you know what? All I have today is today, right now. It is what? 8:49 p.m. I'm in Pittsburgh and you're listening to my show. And that's all I have. And this is the best place for me to be every Tuesday and Sunday night because I got my friends here in the chat who are loving and caring and very, very spiritual, very just loving and caring. And it really means a lot to me. It really means a lot. All of you all that come in and listen to my show, and everybody out there in the world, in the 200 different countries that listen to my show, um, feel the same way. Stone says, I knew we had a predator prey reality, but I lived that and I don't need it to anymore. I see the little things greater than all, and in knowing, okay, hold on a second, but gotta go up here. I need a producer. Who wants to help me produce this show? I don't need to do anymore. I see little things than all, and there is so much more to this amazing adventure. Kaysen said, Buddhism say who reincarnates is not the person who died. The energy despairs when the person dies and recycled when reincarnated. Oh, okay, Kaysen. Thank you for that. Oh, don't worry about your typos, brother. You know, even if you accidentally swore when you were typing, that would have been okay for me. But that's not a problem, dude. No, don't be sorry, my friend. Please don't. What do we got going on here? Joe Fox says, more great content tonight, Sean. In search of look forward to your shows. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. I really do. That means a lot. That means a lot to me. You know, um, it's been a rough month, so kind of like, you know, coming up with things right away. And tonight it was just crazy. I just figured, hey, gonna have an open discussion, gonna bring up a couple things, and you know what? Everybody's talking tonight, and that just touches my heart. It really does. Seriously, it really does. Um, Heidi says, I'm singing in my head. I'd like to teach the world. Oh, sweet. I'd really like that song. Yes, yes, Heidi. Sometimes, every now and then, I like to get there and sing that too, to be honest with you. I even go on YouTube and watch the commercial. It's a Coke commercial. Stone says, we have God within all of us so we can manifest a more positive perspective. We are so much more, hon. I love this magic. God bless you. I love it. I love everybody's magic. I do. Yes, Cassie, Wake walk-ins, hybrids, genetically modified ancestrally. Thank you for answering that, Stone. I can't see that. I can't see Cassie, but I appreciate it. Oh, Heidi does that too. That's cool. It's great. It, this has been such a fun show tonight. It's been an interesting show. In fact, all my shows have been interesting, and I'm grateful because I got good people who like to talk and like to express how they feel. And really happy, that you all do express how you feel. If you want to be part of my show, okay, send me a message. Send me a message and tell me you'd like to be on my show. I would love to have you on. And we don't have to talk paranormal. We don't have to talk aliens. We don't have to talk UFOs. Stone says, I enjoy your authentic self. Thank you, Stone. I do too. I love these combos. We haven't had one in a while, Heidi. It's been a while. But seriously, if you want to be on my show, feel free. Just send me a message or send me a message to say hello, whatever. And I'll get you on the show. And we could talk about whatever you want to talk about. You know, I mean, sure, you just sit in your room. It's not like you're going to be in the studio. Just sit behind your computer and we can just talk. That would be great. I know October 12th, I am going to be speaking with Drake Bowman. I had him on my show, and a couple other people, and we're doing a roundtable at the Penn Hills Library, October 12th. October 2nd, um, I'm going to do a little speaking engagement for a bunch of people. That's on a Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock. That should be fun. I enjoy talking, as you all know. Um, then September 25th, Bill Rigby, I'll be on his show tonight on that night. I'll bring more information because that is September 25th, and I'm going to start, advertising his podcast too. Tomorrow, everybody, Jenny Nicasio and her new platform. Um, Being a guest on her show, and they have a guest that talks about the flat Earth. Now, I'm not going to bring that up. We're having such a good show tonight. I'm not going to bring up flat Earth. The people who believe in that. I'm not going to do that. And so I got a lot of things going on, and I don't know. It's that time of the year. Chasing Prophecy Radio. Oh, you're welcome, Jen. There's Jen right there. What time is it about, Chase? Jen, is it 8 p.m., correct? Okay. Um, Jen, will I be able to send links out to my people so they could probably want to pop in and say hello. Um, Stone says, I say flat or round, a dome works on both. Okay, 8 p.m. on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Thursday night. Yeah, okay. Thursday night. That would be great. I'll be there. I'll be there, Jen. I'll definitely be there. Kaysen says, talk about your young days, Sean. I'd like to know your life story, only if you like. Oh, one day I will, Kaysen. One day I will. I promise you that. Heidi says, there's a guy here in town that stands at the corner with a huge sign that says Flat Earth. Well, do me a favor, Heidi. Go out and tell him my friend Sean from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania says he's wrong. Do it. Seriously. Uh, and if he don't, just go out and say that, and see what he says. Nah, you don't have to, sweetie. Not at all. But Stone says, happy to hang out anytime, guys. Just hit me up. Smiles. Oh, definitely hit you up, buddy. In fact, I'd like to get you on the show, Stone. That's all right with you. I'll let you think about it. Then I'll bug you until you come on. But, we're getting close to the ending here. It was a very interesting show. I never stopped to chit chat. LOL. Good girl. Good girl. Just keep going. Head down, walk right past. Yep, sweet as hun. I'll come on. Sweet hun, I appreciate that. Well, I'll send you a message tomorrow and then we'll see what we can do, okay? Thank you for coming on. But there's the next show that's coming up is called the Gateway Podcast. And that starts at 9:10. So if you hang around on UPRN Talk Radio, feel free to, okay, and watch their show because I watched their show and it's great. It's a good show. Kaysen says your struggles and how you overcome those, so I can learn from those. I'll do that, brother. One, I promise you, I'll do a show on that, and just for you, dude. Okay. Sometime this year, I'll do it. That's a promise. Heidi gives hearts and Stone gives smooches and aliens and ghosts. There you go. That's cool. It was a great show tonight, guys, and I want to thank everybody for coming in and talking in the chat room. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see where it goes from there. And please respect everybody during this debate night, and just respect everybody who they believe in. Okay, children, if you can, please, if you can, go to your parents, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And parents, please, go to your children, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them, okay? And if you have no parents, and if you have no children, find somebody, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. Because those 3 words, I love you, go a long way. Please, everybody, be kind to each other. Please be kind. And on that note, good night from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And happy hunting.